Yo, what's popping? So, next up in my why did this team not make the Midseason Madness tournament is the Guangzhou Charge, the worst team. An APAC 7th seed, 1 and 11 with a minus 26 map differential. So the team right now is Krong, Choi Se-won, Faraway 1987, Xerneas, Jimmy, and Aprita. However, Xerneas, Jimmy, and Aprita have just been signed, and it was actually developed Rio and Unique on the roster for these losses that we are about to see below. So stage one, they start off big with a 3-1 win over the Valiant, but then they lose every other game. 3-0 against Chengdu, 3-0 against Philly, 3-2 against Shanghai, which was really weird. 3-0 against Seoul, 3-0 against Spark, 3-0 against Spark again, 3-1 against Valiant, 3-1 against Chengdu, 3-0 Seoul, 3-1 Philly, and 3-0 Shanghai. They have a total of 8 map wins in 12 matches. Of course, no kickoff clash tournament for them after they went 1-5, and it was looking like they would never get another win, maybe for the rest of the league, until now. This team can turn it around. But let's talk about why they were so bad. Well, you have Rio Krong as your tanks. Rio, really bad. Really has not done anything of value for this team this season at all. Previous seasons, sure. This season, no. Just was not good. So they decided to go with Krong for almost the entirety of Stage 2. I don't think Rio got a map, which was good. However, Krong can only really play Sigma. He was on the Doomfist. His Doomfist maybe not up to par. So they have an issue at tank. Then we go to DPS. Choi Se-won, crazy. There's no problem with Choi Se-won. He was doing so much for this team. He was winning them these maps that they have scattered around. That's all Choi Se-won. It really is all Choi Se-won, or Develop to an extent. And then I'll talk about Develop. Develop had very pop-off moments. He would completely control Widowmaker maps sometimes. Other times he would go completely silent and he wasn't in the lobby at all, basically. Very inconsistent. He had some good highs, but more often than not, he was on his lows than his highs. And it's just not worth playing for that inconsistency when you already have a team that cannot back him up. Maybe if it was like, oh, the rest of the team can make up for his inconsistency, so he's worth the risk reward. In this case, he's just not. He gets replaced by not one, but 2 different hit scans with Jimmy and Aprita. Jimmy, very rock solid, consistent, probably like average. I don't think Jimmy's like crazy, mind you, but I do think he is better than Develop. Even if it was just Jimmy, I think it would be a better pickup. But Aprita, a lot of hype coming into this league for him. He was on Chengdu. All 3 of those players were going to be on Chengdu, but they got cut due to budget reasons. Yeah, Develop was not cutting it. Moving over to support, at the time they were running Faraway and Unique. They had Molly, they dropped Molly. Molly has now found success on Valiant. He's found playtime. So what's the problem here? Well, Faraway, I can't really say there's been too much problem with Faraway. I think Faraway's been solid. He was solid on the Hunters last season. He's been solid for them now. So Faraway's probably not one of the issues on this roster, but Unique, that was just not existent. It was like the Onimo super passive playstyle, but even I don't even know. This guy was just not. He really was invisible. He was not there. And that's okay sometimes for main supports, but not like this. Like you literally wouldn't see the peel, you wouldn't see the big beats, you wouldn't see anything. There was just nothing. It was like they didn't have a player there, and I was very upset with Unique because it's hard to critique someone that you can't see do anything. But that's what I'm going to critique the most. But at the same time, that can be because there's so much going wrong with the Charge that it's really hard to see the main support do anything. I don't know, but regardless, Xerneas is a fantastic pickup. Xerneas is a phenomenal Mercy, phenomenal Brig. His Lucio maybe a bit more spotty, but no problem on this team relative to Unique, I think, and it's a fantastic pickup moving forward. Now, there still is a problem with this team. We do not see a tank. No tank, except for Krong. But I'm really going with Krong again, solo. I wasn't a fan. He could only play Sigma Doom. He's really just, his Sigma is his best. Choi Se-won's best is like Genji, Tracer. The synergy's maybe not there between their 2 best characters. I really would like to see them pick someone up from Korean or Chinese contenders. There's main tanks out there. There just are. And you should pick one up, I think, Charge. No. looking into their future of their what's it called? What is it called after this stage? It's called the Summer Showdown. The Summer Showdown qualifiers for this team. We see week 16 they play Shanghai Valiant, week 17 Seoul Philly, and week 18 Chengdu Spark. Now this it doesn't matter; they're going to play those teams no matter what. But it is important that you get Shanghai early in the stage. Historically, this season that has meant Shanghai is going to be shaky. It should be good, assuming there's a meta swap, which there is a whole new tank. Junker Queen's coming in, so maybe there will be. So that is good to get Shanghai early. That is big. Getting Valiant early, I don't think it matters too much. I think getting Shanghai early is the biggest one, and I think getting well, that's the biggest one really. It's the only one that's been consistent because Spark had a really rough start to the stage, but the stage before they were good at the beginning. Philly is inconsistent, so it's hard to know. And Seoul, probably you want Seoul at the end because they probably stopped caring as much. So if you're Charge, I think you'd want your harder matches towards the end, but getting Shanghai first is big. So what kind of wins can we expect? I expect maybe 2 wins at least from this roster. Next stage, I could see there being more. There's arguments to put this team above teams like Chengdu now probably, but the things that's going to hold them back is still going to be Krong as your only tank. Because other than that, like Aprita's Choice A1 is going to be fantastic, and Choice A1 will actually have support around him to be able to still make out those crazy carry performances while also not having to do it all himself. So it really will be interesting to see because Choice A1 already got 8 maps by himself. 8 out of 42 is not bad for one player, I think. We'll see. We'll see. I have high hopes. I really do have high hopes for this team. They can get out of the last place for sure because that's what their goal is now, right? Just get out of the last place. And the Summer Showdown is a great place to do it because the Midseason Madness and the Kickoff Clash results don't matter getting into this tournament, and getting that extra point would be huge. So they really do want to finish top 4 next stage. And I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the Charge do. So like this video if you like it. Comment down below how you think the Charge are gonna do. How you think they did. Yeah. Subscribe for more daily watching content. Thank you so much for watching and have yourself a good one.